I started writing down all the questions I heard people ask, and I've heard thousands of them. I want to read you just a few. Here's some of them. Why do I struggle to believe when no one else in my family does? Should I pursue a career or go back to work? This is from a young adult age woman. If I get an education, will it send a signal to the Lord that I don't want to get married? Should we have a baby? Why can't we have a baby? Why did we lose our baby? Who should I marry? Why can't I get married? Everybody else can get married. We don't have time to get stuck on that one. Should I serve a mission? And then when on the mission, why do all of our baptismal dates seem to fall through? Why did I serve a mission and not convert anyone? Will the Lord forgive me for breaking my covenants? Is there hope for me after what I've done? Is a prophet really a prophet? What does that mean? Is he infallible? What was polygamy about? Did Joseph Smith really have more than one wife? Why did my husband die so young? Why wasn't my baby healed when she received a priesthood blessing? How do I know if I'm receiving revelation? Why can't we seem to get ahead? Everybody else does, but my husband keeps losing his job. Why have all of our children rejected the gospel? We've tried so hard. Why don't the scriptures talk much about women? Are women second-class citizens to the Lord? How do I feel about, how do I explain the church's position on gay marriage? Why don't I feel about the temple like others do? Am I over the hill? Does the Lord have any use for me? Will the Lord really help someone like me? My answer to all these questions is really very similar to the one I gave to my niece. My answer is this: are you willing to engage in the wrestle? Are you willing to engage in a spiritual wrestle? Are you willing to take your questions to the Lord, to the scriptures, to the teachings of prophets and revelators, and find out what God will teach you about them? There are all kinds of questions. Some questions are doctrinal, some are procedural, some are just intensely personal. Oh my goodness, somebody said to me the other day, well, Sheri, your problem is nobody will ever believe that you've ever had any questions at all. And I think, are you smoking something? How can you say that to me? You can't have lived 4 decades as an adult and not be married and have felt all the grief that accompanies that and have not pleaded. I said, I must have offered millions of prayers on certain topics. It's got to be in the millions, asking for clarity, asking for blessings, pleading for help, pleading for an alleviation of the loneliness, asking. Through it all, it has forced me to engage in the wrestle, to plead with God to open up the heavens to me for help, for companionship, for peace, for knowledge, for understanding.